Everyone, it's Nicole Mitchell, and I have a word for you today. When you feel called to do something, whether it is a dream you have carried within you since you were a child, or it's something as recent as yesterday, you have an obligation in the best sense of the word to do that thing, right? I remember in early elementary school, one of my favorite games to play was school, and we had students and we had teacher, and yes, I was always the teacher, right? I always had something to say, and I'd force my sweet little friends to sit down on the ground so they would have to listen to what teacher Nicole had to say. So I've had this dream for my entire life to stand and speak before people and to share from my heart and to help people find freedom from limiting beliefs and fears and educate them, inform them, inspire them, right? But sometimes our dreams don't come to us when we're little. Sometimes we find a dream today and we're super jazzed, but then we start doubting ourselves like, am I crazy to have this dream? Like, who am I? Who am I, Nicole, to be a speaker and speak in front of hundreds or thousands of people? Or for you, who am I to just all of a sudden stop doing this thing that I've been doing for years and start this new thing over here? People are going to think I'm crazy. This is good, steady, secure. What am I doing wanting to start something new? But here's the thing. You have these dreams for a purpose. And as much as we want someone else to do it, as much as we want to say, well, it's not my responsibility, it's their responsibility, they need to do it. If you have that dream, if you have that vision, then that is part of your calling, right? And so what I love about being a speaker is that I'm in a long line of thousands and thousands of people who've gone before me, who've done their calling, who've risen up and became the leader and became the speaker and inspired me that I can maybe do the same thing, despite whatever objections I thought I had in life, whatever obstacles I thought I had in life, right? Like I had a real big issue with my gender because I had embodied a message from a young age that being female limits you on what you can do. I had an issue with being a mom. I thought, I'm busy with my kids. Aren't they like a barrier to what I'm called to do with my life outside of raising them? I didn't have a ton of money, so I used money I had plenty of excuses for why I couldn't do what I felt called to do. So I'm grateful for all the people who came before me, who inspired me, that despite what you see around you, despite these obstacles, you're never going to let something become a stop sign. I'm choosing to not let anything become a stop sign for me. Right? And that is why I do what I do. It's why I coach. It's why it's right. It's why I speak. That I hope to be for you what all these other people have been for me. That I might inspire you to rise up and do the thing you're called to do, despite what the appearances look like, despite what your current circumstances try to tell you what you can and cannot do. I help my clients, and I want to help you to see beyond your current circumstances into the invisible realm, get clear on what is true in that realm, and then bring that truth into the visible realm, right? There's something deeper. There's a deeper truth than what we see at this physical level of reality. There's something deeper. And as much as we want to blame our circumstances, we want to blame others for why we can't have what we want to have, why we can't do what we want to do, that's just simply not true. You are such a powerful human being. In fact, did you know that if they could harness all of the energy you have within you and convert it to electricity, you could light up all of North America? That is how powerful you are. And all of that energy is what you bring with you into your relationships, into your job interviews, into conversations. You are no small thing, right? There's books out there and authors and speakers whose mission is to help you not think too greatly of yourself, right? To kind of keep you humble and keep your ego in check. Whereas I find out, I think some people might need that message, but I think for the people I work with and the people that are attracted to me and the people that I'm attracted to actually have the exact opposite problem. They think so lowly of themselves that I come alongside them as their coach and I help them find freedom from their limiting beliefs, find freedom from their fears so they can rise up in their greatness, rise up in their glory, and do the thing they're called to do. Instead of asking themselves, who am I? The question is, who are you not to? Right? There's only one of you in this beautiful, magnificent, temporary body of yours here to do work you're called to do. This is your shot. This is your chance. Who are you not to go after and do the life and create the life and do the dreams that you feel called to do? Right? So as much as we want to blame our circumstances and other people, that's giving your powerful way, and you are one powerful badass. You have all the energy coursing within you. You have everything you need within you to go and create whatever it is you feel called to create. So create it. because you have a people out there who are looking for you, who are waiting for you. And when you rise up as a leader that you are, as a speaker, as a writer, as a philanthropist, whatever you want to be, whatever you feel called to be, when your people find you, they will be unable to believe how long they lived their life without having you in it. For example, one of my favorite humans on the earth is Glennon Doyle, an amazing speaker, author, storyteller, philanthropist, and just like a total badass, right? And my best friend gave me her book years ago because it was hilarious. It was about how she was a domestic failure and just had a lot of wisdom, she said. So I read it and oh my gosh, just everything she said it was. It changed my life. I started following Glennon on all of her social media sites and I was like, how have I lived this long without Glennon? Like I could not get enough of her. And I'm like, reading all of her old posts and all of her old blogs, like just devouring everything she had to say, right? And then she came out with another book called Love Warrior. Every human needs to read it. It is like the Bible for women, and women should have had this book from the beginning of time, right? And it changed my life. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like Glennon is an answer to the cry of my heart. So the whole point of the story is that it's true for you too. You are an answer to a person's prayer, to a person's cry, right? You are the answer, but they can't find you until you rise up. And here's the thing. You need to write, you need to create, you need to speak, you need to do whatever it is you feel called to do, even when you feel like no one is watching and no one is listening. You do it anyway. Why? Because when the right person and when the right people find you and they come to your website, they come to your blog, they come to your social media sites, they are going to be starving to say, oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? How did I live this long without you? And they're going to want to scroll. They're going to want to read everything you've ever produced. They're going to want to watch every video you've ever recorded. They're going to want to listen to every podcast you've ever created. So create a feast for the people that are coming. This is part of being a leader. This is the part of being an entrepreneur. You see that which others can't yet see, and you create accordingly. We don't create according just to our current circumstances. If you base everything based on your current circumstances, you will stay in your current circumstances. We see beyond today. We see a need. We have this desire, and we create accordingly, even if people think we're crazy, even if we don't have a following or we don't have a big following. You do what you need to do, because when your people find you, my God, they're going to be so grateful they have you, and they're going to devour everything you've ever created. So create this feast now for them for when they show up, because they're going to show up. All right? That is part of your responsibility as a leader, as a creator, as a dreamer. Is as much as we want to have others go before us, this is your path. You are the pioneer. You create the path as you walk on it, right? Sometimes we don't know where to go. We don't know what path to take. So guess what? You take a step and your step creates the path. You create the way when there seems to be no way, right? As much as I would love for someone to roll out a red carpet for me and I can just waltz my way down to my glorious dream life, there's something beautiful about being a creator, knowing that I created something out of nothing, that I created this big, beautiful, life-changing work, organization, business from scratch. Now that struggle and sacrifice are required, but there's honor in that, saying I saw something that yet wasn't to be, that yet wasn't here, and I created it, and now the world cannot imagine not having this thing, right? Whether it's a book or a movie or a story or a show or a product or a service, right? Whatever it is that you desire in your heart, I truly believe our desires come from a place of love. If they come from a place of fear, this is when it's good to have a life coach, because we discern the two, right? But our desires that come from a place of love are actually a response, an answer to someone's prayer. So don't take your dreams so lightly. They're not foolish. They're not dumb. There's something to it. There's substance to it, right? It's something the world needs. It's something that your people need. So do the damn thing. Create the damn thing. Speak the damn thing. Record the damn thing. And then get it out in the world. Even if you feel like no one's watching, you know that your people are coming. That is what it is to be a leader. You show up anyway. Even when you have a million excuses for why you don't have to show up, why you shouldn't have to show up. You've been through whatever pain you've been through. You've been through whatever loss you've been through. You have every reason under the sun to not show up, but you choose to show up anyway. That is being a leader. And it's not about pretending. It's about being true to who you are. And the more authentic you are to who you are, the more your people can find you and the easier it is to attract them. You're not here to please anyone. You're not here to convince anyone. You're here to live a life of love. You're here to demonstrate love. You're here to be the youest you that you can be. And your people are going to love that about you. So rise up, do the thing you feel called to do, create the damn thing, create a feast for the people who are coming, right? Actually reminds me, Field of Dreams. Have not seen that since I was a kid, but just the phrase, if you build it, they will come. There is so much truth to that. As a leader, as an entrepreneur, as a CEO, you have to have this vision, right? And you create it today, knowing that it is an answer to someone's prayer, and they're gonna find you, and they're gonna be so grateful they did, and they're gonna want as much of you as possible. So create now, be ready now. It's better to be ready and not have an opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be ready. Got it? Do the damn thing. Create the path by taking that step. Follow the promptings of your heart. Ignore what anyone else has to say if it is not positive and encouraging, and know that your people are on their way to you. Know that whatever it is you desire is on its way to you. Got it? Woo! Feeling jazzed. I love you guys. I believe in you. I'm here for you. If you ever want this kind of powerful, phenomenal support, reach out to me. I have a couple openings for private clients. I would be honored to support you in this way and to help you rise up in all of your power, to make quantum leaps, to drop the fears and limiting beliefs and the struggle and sacrifice narrative and replace it with ease and flow so that you can live the life of your dreams. That is your calling. That is your purpose. That is your destiny. And the whole world will benefit as a result. All right? Let me know if you have questions. You can find me at NicoleMitchell.com. And I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're alive. You're beautiful, you're breathtaking, and you have such a beautiful purpose on this earth. Please blow our minds and our hearts with what you have to create. We are waiting for you.